This is Jack's week 5 second drills feedback. So we're getting into blind crosses now. Remember our timing of the blind cross. We should be watching him take the new jump, the jump over your new arm. Yeah. We should be watching him take the jump over your new arm. In this case, it would be your left. So that's pretty good. Teeny bit late, but not bad. And our blind cross line should be between that wing and this wing. So your path goes like that a little bit. Still pretty good. So we have a few problems when we're doing this, or a few instances of the same problem. And that is you got your toy in your left hand, and you every time you throw your hand up really high to send him to this jump, and he thinks you're about to throw it or you're teasing him with it, and so he jumps up at you and doesn't take that jump. It's very clearly, obviously, because the toy in your left hand and you throw your arm way up high. There's a little bit of two ways to fix that there. Number one, put your toy in your right hand while you're doing this particular drill. Number two, you really shouldn't be throwing your arm up that high, especially in this case. There's no reason for you to throw it that high. I mean, that's kind of like ninja level discrimination that you're asking him to do, because it looks really clearly like you're about to throw that toy when you have the toy in your left hand and you throw it really up high near him, or throwing the arm up high. So that's pretty tough for him to distinguish. But you can wave your hands all over the place with a toy in front of the jump, and you expect him to take the jump and tell him to take the jump, and then wave your arms all around so you can desensitize to him. Your Jack to that. But in this case, that's pretty high level. So I would just probably be a little bit more careful with the toy. So in this case, where the screen is frozen, you actually do your blind cross a little early, and he comes off the jump. Not that much too early. So most of our blind crosses, you and everyone else on the planet, we're always a little late, right? A little or a lot late. And just in last week's feedback, I said try to be too early. And you must have read my mind, because you are actually a little too early, because you are completely looking over the new shoulder now, and just as he lands from the tunnel and he comes off of that jump. So that's what a blind cross looks like that's too early. That. See how you finish your blind cross and you're looking at him? But you actually finished it when he was still there, rather than just taking the jump. It doesn't bother me. I think that this is actually a really good problem to have, because it's so rare to do a blind cross too soon. In this case, yes, that one was a little too soon. But all your other blind crosses, you and everybody else, you were so much more likely to be late that it's not really a big deal. It doesn't bother me that much. So what I would do with these blind crosses, the way I would work on it is, actually would still probably, let's see, have the toy in my your left hand. I would run that path and I would drop the toy behind me right there. So that one isn't see how you're looking back, you're completing it now, but as he's taking the jump, you are about a half a second late on it. But if you drop the toy right there, he is likely to learn to respond to your arm changes faster as well. But that one is pretty good, and so you are successful. Till right there, you tell him, if I watch your hand, right there, you say, hey, go take that jump, and your toy's in your hand, and he looks at that toy and thinks you're going to throw it, or you're teasing with him. You're teasing him with the toy. When you throw the toy, keep running until he gets it. That's pretty good. Your blind cross timing, where you're looking over as he's about to take it, that's pretty good. and you do get him to respond. He jumps up at the toy. Okay, then you did actually toss it that time. So that time you did actually toss it. That's good job. I like that you rewarded him for taking that blind cross and having a pretty good, successful blind cross there. So good job there.